So this is the inside of the truck. We got mud caked, mud all on the dash. That door over there is just ridiculous. Weather stripping leaks a little bit if you don't shut the door right. That seat, like I said, this was a mud truck, and when the guy who borrowed it took it out, he thought it would be a bright idea to go mudding with the windows down. So needless to say, there is mud everywhere. I'm not too worried about up in here, mainly for the factor when I take this whole dash out, I am going to be replacing a lot of it because the underneath is broken and cracked. But I do want to vacuum it out, remove some of these old wires from the sound system that was in here, vacuum up some of the mud that's down in here, and get it cleaned up so eventually when I get a new carpet for it, I don't have to worry about all that crap on the floorboard still. I'm trying to clean up the door and go from there. A couple things I did try. Here's what it looked like before. Rusted. Yes, of course, this one's bent and damaged, but it just all rusted up. I got a rust remover, basically an acid. I'm going to be repainting the rims, replacing the center, and I am going to be replacing the lug nuts also. So that's the ultimate goal. Today I'm really just going to focus on getting this cleaned up so it's not as bad. And then yeah, after that I do got to fix that window over there. The window motor's a little bad. They think the connection's just loose from getting wet. Maybe it's a little corroded, just need to clean it up. Once I do that, I should be good to go. Alright guys, so this is where we are so far. I still got to clean up this door. I still got to clean that. I end up taking the skin off the top of the dash so I can take it out and clean it. I still got to go through and clean this door, but I did clean up down here. There was all mud. There's still some there, but I still got to clean up in there a little bit better. Let's go around to this side. As you can see, took off the dash. There's my door panels over there. I did remove the plastic, which I'm going to replace, but I got it all cleaned up. I got to just go through and get the stained rubber. But for the most part, the dirt is gone. I got most of the dirt. I still got to take these floorboards out and clean out from under them. As you can see, I got the seat pretty well cleaned up. I'm going to go through it again 100%, but this is just getting the majority of the dirt out and off. Like I said, I'm still going to take off. Still got to take off the other side guard. I still got to really vacuum and clean this seat. I did started to just get the bulk of that off, but now I got to go get a cleaner to clean that. And hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get the rest of it. Looks like it's gonna rain. So hopefully we can get it all cleaned up. Well, in true Florida fashion, I got rained out. I wasn't able to work on the truck yesterday, so I had to kind of change it up. By the time I would have got out to where the truck was today, I would have been able to not really do too much on it since I'd have been losing daylight. So I figured well, since I can't work on the truck, I might as well just work on the other project I have and show you that one too. Sorry about the breaking up halfway through the video and changing subject, but it is what it is. So this is what it is. It's a Chinese 110cc four-wheeler that I've slowly replaced most of the electronics on, changed out the carb, done a few other things. I'm now going to go over and try and clean up the rust as much as I can, and then respray it with an engine enamel so that maybe it will hold off for a little bit longer, and I could sell it and try and make some money to put towards the Dodge. Okay, so it's far from perfect, but it's just good enough to cover up some of the rust. The frame is really shot. The bike was sitting outside for like 6 years. So it's really just to cover up the surface rust. And with the new painted body and everything, just good enough for some kid to beat up on for a year, let it sit, and then never want to ride it again. Kind of like the other ones that I've had. Now I got to go through the wiring harness. I'm going to electrical tape wrap up all the loose cables so that everything is somewhat clean, and then I'll put it all back together and zip tie it all up nice up along the frame, out of the way, so that once I get new tubes for the tires, I can get them sanded down and repainted and then get it all assembled. Well, there she is, mocked up. Right now, I still need to wire up the ignition and wire up the actual spark plug. But overall, not too bad. I do have a new seat coming. When I get done with her, the only thing she'll legitly need is a new battery and the light bulb itself. One of the phases, either high or low beam, doesn't work. I don't have the vents here, mainly because this was a bike that had a choke, electric or a wire choke, but I was unable to find the carburetor for the exact size with the pool, and I was unable to find this piece, and it was so corroded that when you pulled on it one time, it broke. So it's not perfect. I do have some wires exposed, but for the price that it's going to go for sale for, it should do perfectly fine. I have some connections back here. One of these goes to the LED light. The other one's to this. So once I get that LED light on, everything should be pretty good. Like I said, I got to do the tires and everything else. Hey guys, what's up? So I got a little bit of a surprise for you. I'm sorry if the audio is bad. I do not have my mic or my tripod, so I'm going to be doing this all by hand. But I found something that here in South Florida, or at least where I'm at, there doesn't seem to be a lot of these show up in the junkyard, and the moment they do, they're ransacked. So this isn't the best version of it, but it's not too bad and it's workable. It is a 4th gen dash that the airbag hasn't popped. I don't know why. Now, as you can see, it is missing the front radio face and the change drawer, but it does have the piece for that side. So I'm missing this side, that face, in the change drawer. It has underneath here, and it has that. So for the most part, this has everything I want, and for the price I can't beat it. It's like 80 bucks if I pull it myself, which isn't bad considering just to buy a new bottom dash piece for the 2nd gen is like $600, not cracked, and it's like $300 just for the good top, since mine's completely done with all the clips. So in the end, if I even spend 80 on this and maybe 200 on the face piece, I'm still looking at a profitable win and having something that not everyone has. There are problems like this is broken, which that kind of sucks, but you know, I can live with it. Definitely, and I could probably get it fixed. I could probably buy new ones of those for not bad priced. Sucks I don't get to keep the dash, but you know, it's life. Alright, so let's get to tearing this apart. Alright guys, so it's really not as hard as you may think. The biggest pain in the ass is getting all the wired clips. Basically I have 2 bolts there, 2 bolts there, 2 bolts on that side, and then there is 4 bolts that bolt into that, and the whole dash kind of slips into it. 2 bolts up there in the top, and that's really it. She comes out. Alright, so let me go get one of the dollies, and I'll be right back, and we're going to try and load this thing up onto a dolly. Like I said, sorry for the wind, but there it is. We got it out the truck, and we got it onto the dolly. That was the truck it came out of. Amazingly enough, the airbag didn't go off. I do not know why, but it will not be getting power again. Alright guys, let me get this home and I'll record a little more.